Do you know how powerful that is to share
Really?
with women?
You know, when you work so hard and you're so determined, and then people start talking and come up with their own stories, you know, every time I would lose 20 pounds until I reached this weight, for sure she got a surgery. When?
Hi, welcome to my podcast, Point Zero Experience. I am very excited to have Nathalie Basma here today with me.
Hello.
I was so blessed and lucky when she came into my studio for Pilates. And little did I know that we were going to get along so well, and she has so much beautiful information and so much to offer. So much. She is a nutritionist and she has evolved so much in her life as well with nutrition and weight loss and everything. And her energy is magnetic, truly magnetic. And she's authentic, really authentic. Ooh.
Too authentic.
No, you can never be too authentic. Authentic. And I love that. Yes.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Janine, for having me here. Thank you for being a killer Pilates instructor. I know our Pilates moments are a lot more than Pilates.
Yes.
There's a lot of energy, beautiful energy, storytelling, and that's why we're here today.
Yeah. So tell me where you're originally from.
I'm originally Lebanese, but I was born in Africa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where in Africa?
Sierra Leone, West Africa.
Wow.
My great-grandfather had a business there, and my father took over. Then my mom's family was in Kuwait.
Mm-hmm.
I consider Kuwait home. So I went to school in Kuwait, and then I came to college in Miami, and then...
So you did high school in Kuwait.
Yeah, high school
in Kuwait. What is that like? What's the... You know, because, you know, Miami is Miami.
Miami is
Miami. City. It's, you know, it could have its superficial moments more than, you know, but it's very light, and I say that in a nice way.
Right.
You know what? So what's the differentiation between Miami and Kuwait?
Miami is a place I come to, honestly, to think, be calm, ironically, because it is Miami. And I meet the coolest people ever, maybe because I talk so much, and I can really go outside of the box in Miami. Kuwait, I feel, is my safety. I don't feel safe in Miami, not in the sense like someone's gonna do anything to me, but Kuwait for me is home. Like when I walk into my house, I'm like, I'm home. The food I eat,
you're at peace.
My friends, I'm at peace. You know, I don't know. No matter where I go in the world, it just takes me a few months, then I'm like, I just want to go home, and home is always Kuwait for me.
Oh wow!
Even though Kuwait is not a place that, you know, it's not Miami. It's just very peaceful. It's very calm for me. My parents live there. I was raised there. My closest friends are Kuwaiti, so I truly identify with Kuwait. But Miami is a place, you know, if I want to discover something new or I want new ideas. I'm very inspired by beauty, and I mean, you obviously know that by now, but Miami is a place, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
The water, the ocean, the people.
It's truly beautiful. It's truly magical.
It's truly beautiful. I'm so inspired in Miami, and I think my best ideas in the world have evolved in Miami. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah. What got you into nutrition?
I did my bachelor's. I have to go back. I did my bachelor's in biochemistry, wanting to go to medical school. And I wanted to be a dermatologist or a plastic surgeon, which are both very much beauty related. When I say that and people look at me now, they're like, yeah, okay. But honestly, I was 350 pounds.
350 pounds.
Right. And yes, I'm a person who's, you know, I evolve with beauty around me, but I was very insecure, and I felt like I wanted to do something to be more beautiful. So I wanted to fix people when I really should have fixed myself.
Yeah.
I went into medical school. I got accepted to University of Miami Medical School, which is a very good school to be at, but I dropped out because I realized then and there that I didn't want to do plastic surgery or dermatology because I was passionate about it, but because it was me trying to fix myself. So I really didn't know what I wanted to do, and you know, there was a lot of conflict in the Middle East, so I decided to do political science and policy. So I did that. I worked for the US government for 7 years. And
you did?
Yes, you didn't know that, did you? I did. I worked.
I can't see that.
I mean,
really, but
I was a different person.
yeah.
My goal was to work for the FBI or to work in the White House, or I used to go to Washington a lot. I was a completely different person. I was the person in suits. And
is this before
my weight loss?
Wow.
Yeah. And then, with Obamacare and all of that happening, they stopped giving us raises. And then we were working very hard. The US government is a place where you learn a lot, you become a lot stronger, you become very firm, and you evolve tremendously. But, I was working hard and I had dreams, and my dreams, I needed to make money. So my boss told me.
Very important.
My boss told me one day, Nat, we can't give you a raise this year. There is no money right now for that, but we can, educate you further. I'm like, I don't want to do a PhD. She says, and she was, healthy. She said, how about you do a master's in nutrition? I'm like, is she trying to tell me to lose weight or what's going on here? So I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm all for education. And, because I was a person who yo-yoed all her life, I would starve myself. I would do the water diet, the egg diet, the eat yogurt diet. I did every diet on the planet, except the one that would make me happy. I was miserable dieting. Yeah. I walked into my master's class in nutrition. Of course, it was a conditional acceptance because the dean was shocked. I was 350.
How interesting.
I was 350 pounds and trying to get a master's in nutrition. I needed a nutritionist above all. And I remember that day so clearly. My professor was super fit. It was a master's in nutrition. Everyone was fit. And I remember I walked in with those South American biscuits, like they're butter biscuits, and I love them.
Yeah.
With soda and not diet soda. And I walked in, everyone has an apple or, I don't know, some water with infused something, right? I'm like, ugh, losers. I was thinking they're losers, right? And no one wanted to talk to me. So that class was a class that involved nutrition and health and politics, right? So of course I have all this experience in politics.
Yeah.
So I remember the professor giving out like laws, and I'm like, listen, all these laws are changing tomorrow. I was working very closely with anything that had to do with policy, and I started getting attention in the class. So there's this overweight girl who's kind of smart and knows politics. Let's see what she's about.
Yeah.
After a few weeks in that class, that class switched into the Nat show because everyone wanted me to lose weight. They saw they're like, you have to lose weight.
They saw the potential.
They saw the potential. And I told you this in class yesterday. I excel in class. Yes, I know I'm smart and all of that, but that's not what's important. I don't want to, like in Pilates, we started out 2 times a week and now we're going to go to 5 times a week, no problem. Yeah. But I excelled because I want you to be proud of me.
Yeah.
I feel like you give me your time, so now I have to return it. And the world is a two-way street.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened in that class. There's like 12 students and a professor who switched the class to let's make Nat lose weight. Yeah. And I felt like I wanted to excel at that and impress them and make them proud of me because why not?
But mostly,
I mean, it was for me.
Obviously,
but
yeah.
I wanted to return the gratitude and the effort. So yes. I stopped eating all the garbage I was eating. I stopped fast food. I stopped sodas. And that's all I did. Just stop fast food and sodas. And the first month, I dropped 30 pounds.
Wow.
So definitely that master's program really helped me out.
Yeah.
To switch my life and switch my mentality. But and my friend had opened my Instagram account.
What a great opportunity.
Yeah.
That life gave that to you. You wanted that from the inside, I'm sure.
I did.
Life presented, you manifested that situation.
100%. 100%.
And because you give back, you're a giver.
I am.
So
I think
you
it's
wanted
important.
that exchange. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah.
And then even, what I always tell, I have like an Instagram account with about health and fitness and nutrition.
Yeah.
And I was I still am against exposing your private life. My friend opened my social media account and she said, I'm slim, I'm fit. but you inspire me because you can go to a restaurant and pull out a protein bar, and we know how much you love food. So you need to inspire people. I'm like, who am I to inspire anyone? I don't want to inspire anyone. Let me inspire myself.
Because I mean, it's anyway. That's
Oh,
inspiring. No, it's inspiring for me because I think a lot of us, what happens is that we go back to the, like, who's going to follow me? Who's going to be interested in me? Whatever. But why not?
I know, but we always think, why me?
Not, exactly.
There's cooler people out there.
So incredible, you know? Because
there's more beautiful people.
Everybody goes through that. And it's like, why not? Yes, you.
Yeah, but we don't think that. Now I'm like,
no.
Of course me. No, not even.
I love it.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you can be inspirational about certain topics and certain things, but not all the time. Yeah. You know, we all have our days. I just didn't think at that time, like I would look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, I'm 350 pounds. I'm working in politics. I don't know if I want to do this. And I should have been a doctor. Who am I going to inspire?
Yeah.
You know?
And look.
And who am I to inspire anybody? You know, but then I think about it now and I say, you know, thank God. And I've said this to you before, is that everything that happens in my life, I swear, I never wanted it. I never planned it. I'm not a planner. Obviously, I can barely make it on time to class, okay? But it just comes my way. And I think the one thing that's helped me is that I'm very acceptant of anything and everything and any idea. And that's what helps you, you know?
You flow.
Yeah, just go with the flow.
But what also shifted inside? Like, once you saw that you lost the 30 pounds, how were you able to maintain that you enjoy that in life? Because, you know, in the beginning, it must have been a little bit of work. You went from eating bad junk food, which tastes great.
Right. Especially in America.
I came here and I was eating, when I got here from Ecuador, all I did was eat Kentucky Fried Chicken.
So good.
The number 2. It was biscuit and like chicken, biscuit, and mashed potatoes. Like that's,
the
you know what I mean?
For me.
So, you know, that shift, how did you maintain it?
I'm going to tell you something that I always say. If you make your first $1,000, you're going to like the lifestyle that comes with it. Mm-hmm. So then I'm like, but what if I make 2? I don't stop. That's the thing. I'm unstoppable. My goals keep on increasing, right? So I'm like, okay, so I was a shopaholic. I still am, right? And I was wearing 4 extra large. And I remember going to Macy's and I bought 3 extra large. And of course, you know me, I'm a talker. I speak to everyone. The ladies at the store were like, Nathalie, que rico. You look so nice. I'm like, okay, now I think I'm a Victoria's Secret model, but okay. Okay, so, and I was 3X. And I'm like, look at these women complimenting me at 3X. Now let's do 2X. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a double-edged sword. I always want more, you know? And
it's human nature.
It's human nature, but I have a little bit, sometimes I have to, like, I can be out of control.
But I think you're grateful. You're grateful.
No, I am.
Yeah.
I am. So I've always wanted, like, you know what? My big goal was just to be 200 pounds. Like, I wasn't trying to be Jenny Bergman out here, you know? I'm still not Jenny Bergman. But I just wanted 200 pounds. And I said, you know, I made a promise to myself. If I hit 200 pounds, I'm going to stop dieting and I'm just going to flow and live. So over the years, I would work out, I would do this, I would do that, until I hit 200 pounds. And when I hit 200 pounds, the size was extra large. And I stayed extra large for a very long time.
How long?
Like 2-3 years. And I loved it. I was happy with it. I rocked it. And to be honest with you, I was not only a nutritionist, but I wasn't at my prime, but people were hearing about me in the Middle East. And for me, I always tell people, you know, it doesn't matter what size you are, because at 200 pounds, I had more clientele than the fittest of women.
Wow.
You know, and I was happy. I was content.
And then what made you... You went for the large, and then you went for the medium
because of fashion.
Because you're small now.
Yeah, but because of fashion. Yeah. Like, I love dressing up. Yeah. And then I don't like limitations. I always tell you this. I'm like, I like to be a free bird in everything I do. Maybe we'll talk about this later, but
right now.
In work, even like the way I treat my team. I never say I'm their boss. I'm nobody's boss. That's so limiting.
Yeah.
You know, I like to be free.
Sure.
With my friends, I like to have friends from everywhere. You know, in the Middle East, like it's maybe a little bit harder for people to be open to other people because our society has been closed, but it's much better now. I like to meet people from all religions, all beliefs, all color. Like I like to be free.
I noticed that. Yeah.
You know, I like to learn and be free and accept it. And I felt like, you know, one time I went to a boutique and I was going to a wedding. And in the Middle East, if you're going to a wedding, you have to be extra glamorous. And I tried on this dress and the lady told me, oh, we don't make this dress in anything above a large. And I felt like I was so limited. Like, A, who's this designer who thinks I can't be anything above a large? And B, why am I being limited? You know, and I was like, maybe I need to be a large so that I can wear whatever I want. Yeah. You know? And honestly, my health wasn't at its prime. At 200 pounds, I looked better than ever. I looked better than ever, but my blood work didn't look better than ever. Yeah. My knees were hurting me. You know, I have scoliosis in 3 areas. And I would always do this and all drama. And I just wanted to be free. And if your blood work isn't good, your back is in pain. You're not free. You play squash for 5 seconds and you're already falling apart. Yeah. You're not free. Yeah. You know? And I think that's what I look for. Like freedom. Yeah. You know? And freedom is not about me partying all night. No. Yeah. Freedom is about feeling free, being free, acting free.
Yes. And how did you maintain that? Did you maintain that through like affirmations? What was your motivator? By the way, because I know you guys pray, is prayer, prayer to me is a meditation.
I'm going to tell you something, and maybe I shouldn't say this on camera because all the Arabs and Muslims have followed me, but it's okay. I used to pray on and off, right? And there were times in my life when I got really sick, like super, super sick. And whenever I go to the hospital, like there was one time I asked my surgeon, you know, I have like all these health issues, right? Yeah. So I asked the surgeon, I'm like, am I going to die in the surgery? And he didn't give me a response. Oh. I'm like, what? I am going to die? What's going on?
Scary.
What's happening? So I was on a wheelchair. They were pushing me into surgery. And I said, I didn't think about my mother. I didn't think about my father. And it sucks, right? The only thing I thought of was God. I felt like I started saying prayers in Arabic, everything I learned in school, everything I could remember. And I said, you know, I really need you with me. I really need your help. I don't want to die. I'm not ready to die. I really don't want to die. And I said, that moment when I was walking in, the only thing I could think of is God. And I just kept on saying all these prayers. I'm like, who is this person? Why am I suddenly the most spiritual person on earth? Yeah. I come out of surgery, I'm still alive, but I'm in a lot of pain. I couldn't go to sleep. They would put for me intense painkillers, and I couldn't go to sleep. Wow. So I would put Surah Al-Baqarah, and
what is that?
It's from the Quran, our holy Bible, and it's the only thing that will put me to sleep. Wow. And you know, a lot of people in my religion that practice it, they would, you know, if you have like an evil eye or something bad or anything negative happening in your life, they would read Surah Al-Baqarah over days, right? And
they read it, or
they read it, and it's very long. They hear it or read it, but it's better to read it. And it's a very, very long one, and it's in Arabic, and it's like complicated Arabic. It's not easy Arabic. So I said, I'm gonna do this. Let's see what happens, right? And I did. And I felt amazing. And it would take me 2 hours, but I was in bed rest, right? It would take me 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. And I couldn't read it alone because my Arabic is not that advanced. And then it cut down to an hour. And now it takes me about an hour still. And I haven't stopped reading it since. I won't leave my... Do you know why I'm always late? Because there's things that I have to do in the morning.
Yeah, you told me.
And one of them, for me...
So that's your meditation.
That's my meditation. Yeah. And it just like... It puts me at ease. I will cancel anything and everything, any appointment if I'm running late because I haven't completed it.
So what do you do in the morning when you get up? What's your...
I wake up I drink all this water, all this cumin tea, and I read Surah Al-Baqarah, you know, and then I have to speak to my clients, obviously, but I only do it at different coffee shops, just because I need to be around people.
Yeah.
And you know me, I have to socialize with everyone. If I socialize, I'm at ease. I need to talk to like three different people.
Amazing. I love that.
You
Because
know.
there's more people, not more, but, you know, there's a lot of people that are opposite. And it's so nice to see that.
Yeah.
You feel comfortable with people.
I love speaking to people I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, and I hear like different stories and I learn different things. Every day I speak to people that I don't know because I get inspired.
Yeah.
You know, and not I get ideas. And there's people from, like I always tell people, the world doesn't revolve around you, honey. You know, you meet different people and you're like, oh my God, I just learned something new. Or, oh, like yesterday I met this guy called Art, cool name, and he explained to me how I can make my business better online.
Wow.
Because my business is online, and he says, no, but you should do this. And he checked out my website. All I know is his name is Art, and he gave me all this advice, and now my team is working on it.
Exactly.
You know,
but that's your energy. That's what you're calling in as well.
Of course.
You know, because you're in that vibe.
I agree.
I have a question. What do you have for breakfast?
Coffee.
And then?
Nothing. I do intermittent fasting just because it's easier on my intestines. And then I'll have fish, mostly fish. I eat a lot of fish, vegetables.
Do you have like a juice after you fast?
No, I eat.
No?
No.
Eat.
I eat.
You work out. Do
Every
you come
day.
to work out without eating, with an empty stomach?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I have to.
How do you last? I can't last
I'll
that
tell you
long.
something. I've learned.
I mean, I have to really push myself to do that.
No,
but I
do
heard
not.
it's great because it also keeps you like very young.
And energetic.
Yeah.
I've done I do a lot of like tests, and I'll show you notebooks later that I have of all these notes that I've taken. When I eat, I'm lethargic.
Yeah.
You know? And we go back to religion, okay? There's a lot of sayings in our religion that says, you know, food is a third of what you do, and a third is for water, and the third, I mean, I don't know how to translate this, and the third is for you to breathe. What we do, we start eating from the morning.
Water, breathe,
and food.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we were to break it down to 3/3, only a third of everything should be food. You know, so I believe that it's unnecessary for me to eat with my body breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 10 snacks.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
I actually function better with less food. And I don't feel dizzy.
Yes.
I'm super energetic. If I had come here with more than a cup of coffee, I would be very lethargic. You know? And I try to have my meals. I mean, you know, I don't know if you know actually, but also in Islam, we fast once a year for 30 days. And we break our fast when it's done. Yes. You should try it.
30 days.
It's my favorite month of the year. I'll tell you why.
Oh my God, day 3 must be like, get out of my way, I need food. I'm just
kidding. Maybe.
Oh my God, I would just get so hangry. I think it's hangry.
Anything you do in the beginning is difficult.
How do you do 30 days of just water?
Not water.
Oh.
You don't eat in the morning, and then once it gets dark, you eat whatever you want.
Oh.
You know, and then you stop eating until it's like al-fajr, which is it breaks dawn, and then you don't eat. But it's not only about eating. It's about eating, behaving yourself, being a good person.
How behaving yourself?
I mean,
like no drinking.
I mean, we're not allowed to drink in our religion anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay, you're like, no. Well, if you drink, so no drinking.
Okay.
Just being a well-behaved human. And well-behaved is not like
30 days.
30, it's like clean. It's honestly, it's soul cleansing. It's like cleansing your soul.
I like
you know,
that.
I'm just trying to put it in a very modern way where you and anyone who's watching or listening to this can understand it. It's just like, if you have tendencies to steal, you won't steal. If you have tendencies to lie, you won't lie. If you have tendencies, I'm going to say this, but if you have tendencies to cheat, you won't cheat.
Yeah.
You just need to be a good person. Now, you're going to tell me, but no, I am a good person. Then be better in that month. Why? Because if you do anything for 28 days, it becomes a habit. So the goal is for it to become a habit.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to make it complicated and get religion involved, or be biased, but I love my religion.
Yeah.
And I like practicing it the way, I'm not perfect. I don't practice it the perfect way. But I think I practice it the modern way. It's beautiful if you take it for what it is and simplify it.
You know what we call that? Well, we're in my, it's called a stretch.
What does that mean?
You really have your spirit stretch.
Okay.
You physically and your spirit, like what your transformation is a stretch. Me going to India and studying Kundalini and meditating, that was a stretch. So that's how you make a shift.
Right.
For 30 days.
And it makes, and it's beautiful because after the 30 days, you're like, but I really don't want to lie.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to.
It feels good.
Do things weird. And maybe that's why I'm so like blunt and direct, because I feel like I adapt very quickly. And once I do it, I hold on to the things I enjoyed that month and I string it along for the year until next year.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
So you don't eat anything. Okay, so you could have dinner and then the whole day you have water.
Nothing.
Or nothing. Like not even water.
Not even water. I will tell you something. The first 3 days are probably very difficult. They are.
Yeah.
Especially in the Middle East, it's hot, But day 4, our body has been created in a very phenomenal way. We adapt. We as humans adapt to anything and everything.
Why not water?
Because you're fasting from everything.
Wow.
Your cells are rejuvenated.
How do you feel? Just your skin, everything, your mind sharp?
For me, as a nutritionist, my clients lose so much weight on that month. Even, we're a society that's very in love with food. And we do everything with food. So if someone's coming over, food, party, food, God forbid, death, food, everything food, right? And we love sugar. So even with eating bad per se, we still manage to lose weight. We're more energetic. There is this like a vibe in society that everyone, not forced, but everyone's on their best behavior and it's lovely. So...
Oh, it's nice.
It's nice. It's like a nice
So people
month.
really take it seriously. I love that.
Yes. And
that would be nice to have here.
And it's the entire society fasting. So it's not like you walk in the street and someone's eating a sandwich. No one's eating anything. All the restaurants are closed in the morning.
Wow.
So you have government support.
No.
Of course.
How interesting.
So it makes it easier.
Your culture's so interesting.
You should visit me in Ramadan.
I will.
And then pre-breaking fast, everyone's out in the streets walking. Because you want time to pass. So you have that 1 hour before breaking fast. Everyone's working out, walking, doing what they can. And then when we eat with our families.
Yeah.
So I wish, honestly, that people worldwide were as we are in Ramadan.
Maybe I'm going to do a Ramadan in Miami.
You
for
should.
My clients.
If you can't do it in Miami, then you come to Kuwait and we'll do it together.
Yes. And what is your favorite thing to eat in Kuwait?
I love Arabic food. I love Kuwaiti food specifically because it's all rice and chicken, rice and meat. I love Lebanese food. It's very Mediterranean.
I love Lebanese food.
It's very...
I'm hungry right now. I'm just thinking of
I shift between Mediterranean and then Kuwaiti and then African.
I love all Kuwaiti food. Sorry.
A lot of rice.
Okay.
A lot of chicken.
But what type of rice? White rice?
They do it with saffron.
Ah, yes.
And the thing about Kuwaiti...
Spanish people, yeah.
But no offense to anyone, but Kuwait, I was just in Spain, and everyone's all about paella.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. And I remember I was having paella. I'm like,
I
want
picture of you. I saw that picture of you.
No, honestly, Arabic food, especially Lebanese food is very Mediterranean. It's yummy. It's my favorite. But Kuwaiti food or even Saudi food, It's very infused with flavors and spices. It's one of those foods that you eat, you're full, you stop, and you can repeat. Hence why we are obese. So, and I guess eating, I don't think it's about, I don't think the right question to ask a Middle Eastern woman, what's your favorite food, is because we love to eat everything, but we love to do it in groups. It's like a feast every day, all day.
That's nice. I want to know what struggles did you have in the beginning with building your Instagram and handling that?
I'm going to tell you something. I'm not a business person, right? I didn't study business. What I know from business, I know from my grandfathers, my father, my mother. But me, I'm a science person and I'm a people person. So when you're a science person and a people person, it doesn't make sense that you'll ever have a business, right? Then when the Nat Basma Instagram came along, I had the struggle. I mean, remember, when my Instagram account came along, I was heavy. Yeah. I wasn't slim. I was the furthest thing from slim. So I don't know how to say this, but I wanted it to be real, and I really wanted to be clear, clear as water. But at the same time, for me to be super honest and clear, I had to expose myself. Yeah. Right? So I have videos that I would look at and I'm like, do I really want to post this? I'm 300 pounds running.
Wow. That's amazing.
And everything is jiggly. I mean, I wasn't always this fit. Yeah. And even then I could be fitter, right?
Oh, but I love that.
Do I really want to, I mean, back in the day, my glutes were huge, right? So did I really want people to see how big my glutes are? And do I really want people to see how big my thighs are? Like, I always struggled, and my obsession with slim legs, right? So I always struggled with very bigger lower body. But do I really want to show you that? I could just be a voice. Do I have to show that?
But so that was something, an internal...
Right. It's an internal struggle. It used to be an internal struggle. Yeah. And then even when I was much heavier, I would wear sleeveless all the time, and my father would have a heart attack. I remember one time going into the car, and he was driving, and he's like, wear a jacket. I'm like, why? He's like, your arms are big. And that was before getting an arm lift. Yeah. And he was like, your arms are big. And I'm like, so? But did I really feel so? Or was I trying to prove a point? Yeah. So I had that struggle, like, who am I? What's my identity? How am I going to have a business when I'm not still comfortable with myself? So then I started losing the weight, and that's when my business was doing or picking up and doing amazing when I was 220 pounds, 200 pounds. But even then, I was a bigger person. I had stretch marks. I had cellulite, a lot of it, and of course, me and my colors. I never wear black leggings. It's like, wear black leggings, you're 220 pounds with cellulite. No, I wanted to wear white leggings. And then I realized that, quite frankly, I go back to I'm free. I'm going to wear white leggings.
A lot of free.
Right. Yes. I'm going to wear white leggings, and I have cellulite, and I have stretch marks, and I have scars post-surgery, and this is me. And honestly, if you want to follow me, follow me. And if you don't want to follow me, don't follow me.
Authenticity.
Yes. Once I decided to be authentic to myself and not doing it to make money or prove anything to anyone, honestly, I never thought this would be my moneymaker. Yeah. Because I have other businesses. I had a swimwear boutique in Miami, for God's sake, and it was doing amazing. Yeah. I was making money in the government, and it was doing amazing. So it was never really about money. Like, that was never my concern. For me, I eventually came to the realization that I want to make change, and I wanted specifically Middle Eastern, Arab, Muslim woman. Like, that's my niche market. Yeah. Woman. And I speak to people on Instagram like everyone's a woman. Sorry guys, sorry men. Other accounts for you. But my account was for women who felt insecure, felt inconfident, felt like they couldn't be in a relationship, or felt they couldn't wear anything or be a certain way because they were overweight. Yeah. And once I established that mission and that statement, then my business started doing well more than ever. The other struggle I had is I mean, I don't know how it is in South America, but people are judgmental, you know, and people, Instagram and Twitter and websites and emails, there's someone behind the screen telling you, how are you nutritionist? You're fat. Or look at your eyebrows, they're too thick. Or your hair color is not cute.
Wow.
But, so I always tell people, yeah, I have 1 million followers on Instagram, but I'm not a cupcake. Not everyone's gonna love me.
I love that.
And even if you are a cupcake, you probably like vanilla and I like chocolate. So I'm definitely not everyone's cup of tea either. Once you build that like shield, that you have a mission and you have a vision, it doesn't matter if 50%, if 500,000 people don't like me, but 500,000 people like me and accept my vision and are, no, I don't like to say follow me, but are inspired by me and want to change, then I'm okay with that. So once you come with the acceptance that it doesn't matter, you don't have to love me. I don't love everyone. Let's be real. And you know that. And then I guess the final struggle is,
because you need courage for that.
Of course.
Like and to maintain it.
Of course.
And I find that I had a speaker right before you, and you guys are saying the same thing. And it's so beautiful and powerful.
And then the last one, this is what I'm going to ask you, is when I walked into, you know, I had emails back and forth with Nathalie.
Yeah.
And I wanted to only work with Janine Bergman because she's the best in Pilates, in my humble opinion. I walked into your class. When you, as an instructor, look at me, did you think I was the fittest person, or did you think I was going to, and be honest, did you think I was going to be like this person who's determined to do these classes, or did you think I was a diva who's just playing around?
Let me think about that for a second. I'll be very, very honest. No, I thought you definitely worked out.
Okay.
I did think you were a little bit of a diva.
Of course.
Yeah, because I think it's just you look so perfect.
No, I'm not perfect. But
not diva. I wouldn't use the word diva.
Extra.
And then it's just, you know what? There's so much to you. It's like a really pretty book in the outside.
Okay, I love that you said that.
And then when you open, you find like magic, like more, like really interesting pieces. I'm serious.
I love that. I love that you said that.
Because usually, I mean, I guess it's just, I don't know. I mean, this sounds kind of hard for me to say, but beautiful, beautiful people. We all judge, no matter how much we don't want to judge. We end up judging, and I saw you. You're like 5'10", beautiful. And you look extremely fit. But then when I got to know you more, that's why I was like, I want to have her here. And I didn't even care about your followers, like, or whatever. I was like,
I mean, you didn't even know.
No, I had
until
no
I started
idea.
posting Pilates.
But then I saw how you really are committed to working out.
Okay.
And also just you inside the conversations that we've had. So this beautiful woman, and there's so much more to you when you get to know you more and you become even more beautiful, and more authentic, because there's nothing more beautiful than somebody that's authentic and that they're able to express themselves.
I'm going to tell you something. Thank you for everything you said. The reason I asked this question is because every time I've ever walked into any fitness class, and I'm obsessed with tennis, I'm obsessed with squash, I'm obsessed with waters, I'm obsessed with every single sport on the planet. But every time I go to an instructor, I always get she's not serious, right? And then I always prove everyone wrong because I'm very, very serious about anything I decide to put my mind to.
Yeah.
To continue the answer to what is the biggest struggle, weight loss surgeries are huge in the Middle East. People think it's like the short way to losing weight. They don't understand that even if you do weight loss surgery, which I haven't, you still have to eat healthy. It's a commitment and it's a long life journey, right? One of the things that used to offend me is that I know I'm such a hard worker. I'm very determined.
Yeah.
And I used to get so offended. People would go online and be like, for sure, she did weight loss surgery and 25 lipos. Honestly, I wish. I tried to get lipo. They told me if I get lipo, I'm going to end up with excess skin. You know, and there's nothing wrong with plastic surgery. We're in Plastic Surgery Central, South Florida.
Yes.
Right? But, you know, when you work so hard and you're so determined, and then people start talking and come up with their own stories, you know, every time I would lose 20 pounds until I reached this weight, for sure she got a surgery. When? I'm always online.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that was very hard for me to get over. And I got over it because at this point I don't care.
Yeah.
Because when you work hard,
now you own it.
I own it.
And usually when you don't care anymore, I mean, that's also, I think, you're surpassed it. You're just like, you're it. Nobody can, you know what you did. You know who you are.
Right.
And so it doesn't affect you anymore.
Yeah, but
it doesn't trigger you. Like,
it used to offend me. Not only affect me, I used to get so angry. I'm like, I just worked out for 3 hours. I'm having white fish with no butter, and I love butter. And now you're telling me I got some weight loss surgery?
Yeah.
And then I realized, but wait. They can think whatever they want. I will inspire who is inspired. And whoever comes up with assumptions, I've come to the realization that anyone who comes up with assumptions about you, it's a reflection of them. They can't lose weight. They're considering weight loss surgery. They did lipo and they're still overweight. Yeah. You know, their energy is because they don't love themselves. You know, once you start changing things about you, you start accepting that, yes, this person is successful because they worked hard.
Yeah.
You know, this person is at peace with themselves because they've worked hard to be at peace with themselves.
Yes.
You know, so everything, I've come to the realization that everything is just a mirror. Whatever comes out of you is a mirror of what you're thinking. It's a reflection of you. It has nothing to do with me. So I know you wanted a business answer, but it's all like
this is the
heart answer, not a business answer.
Most interesting. I like that you're also very aware of your surroundings. You know what I mean? You know what people, I'm not saying what people think of you. You're just like your awareness is very heightened.
And you know what, Janine, I think like your awareness becomes heightened. Again, I've worked with thousands over the 8-9 years that I was a nutritionist. I've worked with thousands of women in the Middle East. And every woman is different. And she comes with a story that I'm overweight because I tried to get pregnant and I had to take cortisone. I'm overweight because my husband cheated on me and it depressed me. I'm overweight because my father passed away and I was an emotional eater. I'm overweight because I have something wrong with me and no one tells me what's wrong with me. I'm overweight because I have PCOS. And the list, and I can continue. Give you 1,000 cases and each case is different. So when you're a nutritionist and you're working with women and you're working with women who might have, whether it be a health issue or an emotional issue, you learn that you have to like reflect. You can't just be like very choppy with people because you're working with people.
Yeah.
You know? So when I take on these individual cases to help them change, honestly, I laugh. And I had one of my favorite clients tell me, "Now, are you sure you're a nutritionist?" I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "I feel like you're creating this school where you want everyone to be a mini Nathalie Basma." You know? And I'm like, "No, I don't want people to be me because I'm not perfect. I have more imperfections than anybody I know. But I want you to like accept who you are and be proud of who you are. And because you're so acceptant, everyone wants to be you."
Yeah.
You know, but like there's like really between you and I, there's nothing special.
No, I love that.
You know,
and do you know how powerful that is to share?
Really?
With women to accept, because you accepted you.
Of course, and I focus. I mean,
that's so much. What you told me this whole time right now. You've accepted you.
Of course, and I accept me with the good, the bad,
my arm.
And
my arm falls apart. My arm.
You know, I've accepted me, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And even the ugly is not ugly. Who decides it's ugly?
Yeah.
You know, like I have, oh my God, stretch marks is such a big deal in the Middle East. And I have all these women tell me, "You have stretch marks?" I'm like, "Yes," and I don't Facetune it.
Yeah.
I won't Facetune it.
Yeah.
You know? I accept it. I'm a woman. I'm supposed to have stretch marks. Yeah, there's 1% who don't, but lucky them, they have great genes.
You have great genes and you did it. And you've come a long way, so.
I think
yeah.
I'm happy that I did. And I'm happy I'm able to influence people.
And I think, again, it's just about, it's so powerful to be able to inspire people exactly and to love themselves exactly where they are.
No, it's true.
And where they can go.
And you do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I come into class every day and I tell you, I want to be you. I want to be so cute like you. And I want to like flow on the reformer like you. And we are inspired every day by different people, just in different ways.
Yes.
I might inspire someone who's overweight, but you don't have to be overweight to be inspirational.
Yeah.
You know, like I look at you and I tell you this all the time. And I'm like, Janine, when am I going to flow like you? When am I going to be at peace like you? You know?
I work so hard every day.
Yeah. And it's a work in progress for everyone.
It doesn't end. It is continuous going.
That's true.
Continuous going 0.0. That's what 0.0 is all about.
Tell us what 0.0 is about.
0.0 is about starting from scratch, starting from zero, blank canvas. It's about making space in your body, mind, heart, and receiving what you want. Exactly why I called you here, exactly why I called my other friend here, and to have these conversations, because you guys have really been able to inspire, overcome, and I mean, you're helping people.
And that's why we're here.
Yes.
We're here to again, we go back to my religion, but in our religion it says you're on earth to build earth.
Yes.
And building earth doesn't mean building a building.
Yeah.
It's creating change and being strong about it and evolving with time.
Well, listen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Number one, for walking into my studio, because I love you.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being with us here at 0.0 Podcast. See you next time.
Thanks for listening.